You're in the metafiles now. You're here for good now.
You can't go nowhere.
Ain't no use trying to run. Nowhere you can go.
Ain't nothing on no podcast around here for miles.
Phrase best is you just lie still. Just accept it. See, it's episode 92. And, well, there's just about nothing gonna stop you now from... Well, you can subscribe. That'd be fine. But there's nothing you can do about it. Nowhere you can go. Best to sit back.
Carson, you could like the episode.
That you could, if you like it. I suppose you could like it.
I'd allow it.
But, afraid that's about it for you now.
Also, they could comment on the episode.
Heck, I guess they can comment now.
But that's it.
Now that'll be all now. You just quit. You just lie still now. Nothing you can do now.
Oh,
just sit, watch.
Shucks. I just remembered there's one other thing they could do.
Well, what is it?
Enjoy themselves.
Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and enjoy yourself?
Yeah,
go on now.
You go ahead now.
Yeah.
Go on.
Just sit and enjoy.
Go on, enjoy now, you hear?
Fine. It's episode 92, and, well, reckon we're talking about... Hell, what is it we're talking about this week?
Flat water, just regular water. Just a water come out of a creek.
That ain't right. No how. No.
Why not?
Give us a moment now. You'll be fine. You're not going nowhere anyhow. Oh, it's LaCroix. We're talking about LaCroix. That's right.
Which Croix?
LaCroix. LaCroix. LaCroix, the fizzy water. It tastes amazing.
Oh, the sparkling canned water product.
No? And this is a podcast talks to you.
Yeah.
I am Jay.
And I'm Zac.
There's that. Yeah.
What do you say we give them our pretend we're from not where we're from voices for the rest of the episode?
Let's go ahead and do that now.
Let me try to remember how it sounds.
You know, they got a lot of good LaCroix on the side of New Jersey. I really like it personally, but it's like the fizzy drink that's like, it's not beer and it's not soda, so there's like not a whole lot of calories and stuff like that.
You talking pamplemousse?
Yeah, no, pamplemousse is pretty good. That's a good flavor. I'm not from New Jersey either.
And I don't know where the hell I'm from anymore. This is hard. This is a hard episode.
When things get hard, crack open a cold LaCroix.
Oh, okay. Well, look, okay, so there's two things that we got to get to right away.
What's up?
Well, three things, and one is us getting a clean that sound. Mm-hmm.
Let's have that on the...
Yes. And these are also the props this week. This is not one of the things, but this is the prop this week. And that's, I don't know when we ring them. We'll ring them when we know what to ring them for. But there's two things to get to right off the top. One is, how the hell do you pronounce this thing?
I just say LaCroix. I don't know if it's the right way to say it, and if I were corrected, I would disregard it and continue to say it the way I say it.
Well, I Googled how to pronounce it, and I found a video by Julian Miguel, and he's going to tell us.
I'll fucking kill you.
What's up?
Search best credit card.
Hold on, sorry, this is an ad.
Julian.
Search Wallet Hub best credit cards.
Sorry,
and you'll really see the
sorry,
best credit cards
Skipper,
on
I
the
love
market.
you.
So if you want to get the best credit card deals, add Wallet Hub to your search.
Okay, so do that with Wallet Hub. Do what they said with that. And now we'll find out how to pronounce LaCroix. What?
We are looking at how to pronounce the name of this brand, American brand of sparkling water, flavored sparkling water, or water. How do you say it? In the US, this is said as LaCroix, LaCroix. From French, in France, it is said as LaCroix, LaCroix, meaning the cross. But being an American brand, it is to be said as LaCroix. What's your favorite flavor? Let me know in the comments.
That's enough. That'll be fine. Thank you.
Okay, that's our job.
Thank you.
That part's our job.
Jesus. Yeah, so I mean that's if I had to have guessed, I would have been like LaCroix, and that's it's a joke to say it that way. It'd be funny, but if anybody said that unironically to me in reference to LaCroix, I'd smirk and continue the conversation,
and then besmirch them. You'd
smirk and besmirch. That's
smirk
correct.
and besmirch.
Yeah.
But the great thing about that video is he told us you pronounce it LaCroix or LaCroix. So that was very helpful.
Yeah.
He also ended up with the question. Well, we might cut that part out. I would like to ask you the question. What's your favorite flavor of LaCroix?
Well, it's a pretty close race. It's pretty close.
Yeah.
I would say
between regular.
Excuse me.
Oh.
I would say black raspberry sitting on top.
Mm-hmm.
Pamplemousse.
Pamplemousse.
That's the grapefruit nomenclature adopted by LaCroix.
Which I think we can come back to this, but them calling it pamplemousse instead of grapefruit, I think did a lot for their whole thing. I think it was a very smart move.
I think LaCroix's made a lot of smart moves. But I digress.
Yeah, well, yes.
Let me digress.
So, you said you would, and I should have said, I allow it.
You won't digress yet. That's what you said.
With my eyes, I did.
Now, what were you going to say?
Well,
I'll digress my digression.
I knew. Are you done digressing? Or is this a digression?
Yes.
Okay, I will digress.
So we're digressed across the board.
Yes.
We got a clean slate.
That's the digression bell has sounded now.
That's a good. They're digression bells.
It's a digression bell. But this is not a digression now.
Can we digress each other?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
I'll allow it.
Well, yeah, we're all digressed.
Okay.
We can't digress anymore.
So now we've been doing this for so long that I feel like to return to the topic of LaCroix,
you're trying to regress?
Would be a digression from the digression. I think if we're returning to the original subject,
once you digress, it's done.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's a blank slate.
Okay.
It's just say anything.
Okay, say anything. So picture me holding a boombox over my head while I say this next part, and it's going to make you fall back in love with me. Sort of. I don't really think that's what the point of that scene was, actually.
They weren't podcasting, I'll tell you that much.
They definitely were not podcasting at any point. But I knew your favorite flavor of LaCroix was black raspberry.
LaCroix, that's the way to say it.
That's the correct.
Yeah.
And so I bought a can of black raspberry LaCroix. No, oh. Wait. Because also it's probably shook up now. So this is the real deal. I've never had this flavor of LaCroix Qua before.
Question.
Yes.
Did you buy it at like that?
No, it came in a case.
Okay.
Where's
the case? It's question number 2.
Well, it's in
now.
It's in my brother's room. He was going to be buying
We'll
some
be right
LaCroix
back.
today anyway, and I said, "Hey, can it be this flavor?"
It's his.
It's his, and he's going to be coming on the show soon. But until then, I don't know if you can ask him if you can have one. He's coming on the show soon in like 8 episodes. But so this is here. I've never had this flavor before. That's going to sit on the table the entire episode, and I'm teeing this up now. If you stick around to the end, I will try this flavor of LaCroix for the first time ever in my life and tell you what I think of it.
Wow.
And Jay will get to hear what I think of it too.
The rollout.
Yeah.
The black raspberry rollout.
Yeah.
For Metaphiles.
I mean, this is just crazy good podcasting. That's going to just be
It's okay.
hanging there the whole episode. You should not be able to see it, probably. It's going to be down here.
Okay.
So, that's that. That's the end of the episode. It's probably the last thing we'll do.
All right.
But all until then, we got to talk about this stuff.
It's true. So, I mean, to go back to what I was originally saying before all the digressions, black raspberry, pamplemousse.
Oh,
You asked.
yeah. I thought that was your whole list. That's why we're doing it.
Black raspberry, pamplemousse. What is my third one? There's a lot to choose from. They got you.
Just getting ready, because it seems like you.
No.
Because it seems like you ran out.
No, I didn't fucking run out. I didn't fucking cranberry.
Oh,
Cranberry is my third fave.
okay.
Beach plum after that.
Oh.
Then I'd probably go with passion fruit. Lime after that. Orange. Maybe orange is it? I think I like orange better than lime. And I'm going to digress myself before you can give it to me.
Okay. Into what?
Do you like LaCroix?
I guess that's a digression. It is something that we need to address right up the top.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Why
like
not?
LaCroix.
Oh, you told me once. Oh, I'll let
No,
you.
you tell it. You tell
Well,
it.
no, you said
I
it
like
had
how
like
you tell it.
A chalky flavor is what you
A,
said.
a chalky texture.
Ooh.
Or, it's somewhere between flavor and texture. I suppose it's what you'd call mouthfeel.
Maybe an aftertaste.
Something about it. Yes, something about it has a chalky quality to me. I also, I just want water. I just want a water.
Sometimes, I mean, I feel that sometimes I just want regular ass water.
Yeah, that's always. I mean, not always. I like a lemonade and a soda pop and whatnot. But anything that's water, but then it's got a flavor, I'm like, pick a lane. One time it was such a hot day, and I was dying of thirst, waiting for a lift to pick me up. And
It's like
I got
a
it.
Lipton commercial.
Yes. And I got into the lift, and the guy said, "Hey, I have some Lipton." And I said, "Hey,
what was the
thanks.
tagline?
Lipton.
That's ice, baby.
Lipton.
Something like that.
Lipton. Ton of it on. Put a ton of it on your lips."
Anyways, continue.
It was That's Ice Baby, and then like a claymation Rocky punched.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was all older celebrities, and they were all sweating like they're just sweaty cunts. And they were like, I just want to fucking dance. It's hot. And then they got a Lipton, and I said,
Yeah. Sylvester Stallone was a claymation sweaty cunt, and he needed ice, baby.
Yeah.
And so he put a ton of Lipton to his lips. And it was all better, and it's all always going to be, and it's always going to stay better, except for Lipton.
Yeah.
Uh,
it's that we were thinking. I'm sorry, and don't digress me here. Don't do it now. Before you do that, it's Brisk. We're thinking of Brisk.
You're right.
We got those brands fucking mixed up.
You're right. And it's crazy that we could forget that it was Brisk, because
that's Brisk, baby.
I think about Brisk and drink Brisk and have seen Brisk all the time since then.
You also think what Calvin thinks and pee on what Calvin pees on.
That's very true. And I also was in the lift and I was so thirsty. And the guy said, "Hey, I have some waters back there." And I was excited. And I opened one of the waters and I took a big drink of it.
It was flavored.
It was grape flavored water.
Jesus Christ.
So my thirst was not quenched. It was just grape flavoring entered into the already bad equation that was the inside of my mouth and throat.
Oh, that's truly atrocious.
And that's like any flavored water. I've drank maybe 5 LaCroix in my life.
You just got baggage.
I don't know. This preceded that story, but that story is the perfect encapsulation of it. Flavored water does not quench the thirst to me.
Interesting.
If I drink a LaCroix, I feel like I want a glass of water to wash it down with.
Interesting. I had a similar experience. I'll share my not water tragedy story.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. Okay. So
no, that was to lead you into it. I don't know that we know the rules of the digression belt completely.
As soon as it sounds off, whatever is currently being said is digressed.
You have to digress from that.
Yep. No. Yeah. It's wiped clean and the floor is open.
Okay. Then I retract my ring.
Okay. So.
And I want to apologize to you, the audience. Go ahead, please.
Are you done?
Yeah.
So
probably.
it was after a night of drinking, so I was hungover in my home.
My story may have included that detail as well.
Sure.
I can't remember. But.
That's when people tend to be the thirstiest.
Mm-hmm.
In the first world country, anyways.
Well, that or on Instagram.
So it was a night of drinking, and up until this point in my apartment, this is a whole fucking thing. So I used to I used to order alcohol during the COVID years through pure convenience. I'd be like, I want to drink tonight. I'm going to order a 6-pack off of GoPuff. It was an app that delivered alcohol.
Yeah, you're being a responsible citizen.
Thank you. And promotionally, certain companies would include their little bullshit sugar-free carbonated energy water fucking drinks in your bag and be like, try this, I hope you like it. And of course I never did. I just stuck them in my fridge. I don't know why I just didn't throw them out immediately, but I just stuck them in my fridge. Years later, this night comes along. I wake up in the morning, my water's off in the apartment. It's off. I have nothing to fucking drink because I don't do Brita.
No.
You know, I'm not a snowflake. And so I drank one, and
this was a GoPuff brand.
No, it was some random stupid brand of like some dipshit who had enough money to think he had a good idea.
Yeah, dipshit Eddie's bullshit drink. So you
I buy that shirt for my horse.
So you crack the top off of a can of Dipshit Eddie's bullshit drink.
And it was just like, ugh. And it was really just like it didn't go either way. It didn't make it worse necessarily.
Right.
Because at least it wet my whistle as much as a whistle could be wet by such bullshit. But
it wet your whistle as much as a whistle
as
could
fuck.
be wet.
Mm-hmm.
But not. You weren't quenched like a brisk would.
You're damn right.
You remained a sweaty cunt.
Mm-hmm. I would have shot Eddie in the face with a fucking shotgun for a LaCroix on that day.
Yeah.
Sorry, Eddie.
You would have liked to have taken all the cans that remained of Dipshit Eddie's bullshit drink, set them all up on a table, and Kid Rock them.
Yes.
And we're not taking a stand on Kid Rock. Yes, we are. He sucks.
Well, you like Dad Rock, right?
I do enjoy, his dad's music more.
That's your joke.
Thank you. No, it's the world's joke.
Word. So,
Okay. So, here's a confusion about the digression bell. You rang it on yourself, which meant you had to stop talking about what you were talking about.
yeah.
I assumed that it was a pro-digression bell, in that when the bell rings, a digression...
Is requested?
Yes.
Nope. If you want to digress,
Well,
you can ring it, and if you want to digress... If I want to digress you, I could ring it, and you'd have to digress.
we do have here... It's almost like the Matrix. We do have the red pill and the
And the gray pill.
gray pill.
Fitting for today's world, frankly.
And we are not taking a stand on Kid Rock.
That's right.
So maybe the two bells mean two different things, and let's just make it more complicated.
Okay.
Red bell means you will wake up back in your apartment remembering none of what has happened here today, and the digression has ended. But if you take the gray pill bell, then you will go down the rabbit hole.
The rabbit hole sounds good. That sounds like more views, more likes, and stuff like that.
So,
What's up?
would you agree on this?
So they're just Matrix shit now?
Well, but for digressions. So if I ring this right now, then you got to digress into something.
And if you rang the red one?
Then you cease digress. Here, I'll give you an example.
Okay. Okay, I get it now. That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's try one. Let's practice. I'm going to ring it, and then you have to digress into something. And then when I ring
You
the
don't
red one...
digress into something. You stop what you're doing.
Allow me
You
to
what
digress.
you're doing. Yeah. That's what...
Oh, do I forget what the word digression means?
Let's have the definition on the fact too right now.
Let's have it.
Give our readers enough time to read from the fact tube what the definition is. Okay.
So, it's you go into talking about something else.
No.
That's what it's just said. Turn it on again.
Oh. Am I wrong? See, no. It means you stop talking.
No,
about
it's
it.
a temporary departure.
A temporary one. So you stop talking about it.
Temporary
You depart from it.
departure.
You don't. It doesn't
No, the
mean you
digression-
launch off on a new thing. It means you go back to something you were already talking about.
It means exactly that.
All right, fuck you. All right,
It's
no,
a
fuck
temp-
it.
it's a temporary departure.
We gotta do this episode.
Okay,
fuck
well,
it. Just
okay, fuck
forget
it. Okay, fuck it then.
Hi, we hope. So what are your experiences with LaCroix?
And then we go back to talking about what we were talking about.
Anyways, what are
And
your
all of
experiences?
that was an example of a digression. And now we are back to talking about LaCroix. I've drank a few. I've had one that was it was lime and something else.
Key lime?
Yeah, I guess I didn't like it.
I didn't like key lime too much either. It's got a weird flavor to it. You know what it tasted like? It tasted like this fucking thing, flavored marshmallow. You know the marshmallows that are different colors? You got the white ones and you got the pastel colored marshmallows.
I've seen those.
That's
yeah.
what key lime tastes like, LaCroix.
The different colored marshmallows tasted differently too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They got a weird...
I've also had the raspberry. That was better.
Okay. The black raspberry.
No, regular raspberry.
See, there's not one. You got cranberry. No, wait. There is a regular raspberry. You're right. You're right.
And then...
I'm a bit of a LaCroix head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my experience with it. It's like I've had it a few times in a pinch. It takes another flavor out of your mouth and puts the flavor that it is into your mouth.
One hopes. Yeah.
Then I am done with it and I'm thirsty.
I find it rather thirst quenching myself. Do you chug it or do you sip it? I think you got to chug LaCroix to really get the correct experience.
Like the whole can in one go?
No, just like get a good chug going for a few gulps.
Okay.
Instead of just like...
So...
I think it's just that activates it in the way.
I've maybe been sipping where I should have been swigging.
Yeah. Try a swig. When you try this one at the end,
I'll swig.
try a good swig.
I'll take a nice hefty swig.
I'll give you a swig coaching sesh.
Well, okay. I think I know how to swig, but...
You don't know how to swig. Welcome to LaPlugs.
No, I'm sorry. Go back to layup.
This is the podcast. This is a part of the podcast where I pitch a podcast idea that might be better than this podcast, potentially. This week, you do Gall Pod. That's G-A-L-L. It's not G-A-U-L. It's Gall. G-A-L-L.
We will not be dealing with the Scottish.
French.
We.
Gall Pod. Here we go. Welcome to Gall Pod. Episode 1. Well, I'm sorry. This is actually technically episode 2. We already recorded an episode with Bill Gates, and he had a lot of incredible stuff to say, but we're not going to air it. We're going to do this episode instead. My guest is Brian. Your name's Brian for this podcast. How are you? I know your name's Zach, but we're just going to do Brian now.
You know...
You got a problem? Is there...
You're gonna do a show. Your first episode, you just don't put it out.
I never said that.
I feel like you got a lot of gall.
I don't think that's true at all.
And my name's not Brian. I wasn't warned that my name needed to be Brian. If I had been warned about that, I would have spent the last week having everybody in my life call me Brian so I could have been prepared to respond to that name. You just sprang it on me out of nowhere. I think
What
you
is
have...
the big deal?
I think you got a lot of gall, pal.
All right. This is going to be episode 2. I just changed my mind.
It already was?
No. What are you talking about? This is episode 2 now.
But it's the first one coming out.
What's the problem here that you said you just this is the gall pod. I don't know why you came on the gall pod expecting not to not have a lot of gall.
Okay.
I thought you had gall, and that's why I invited you onto the podcast. Fucking Bill Gates didn't have a gall bone in his body.
Well,
that's why his shit got cut.
I mean, I agree that guy is a simp.
Ooh.
Did I use that correctly?
I don't know.
I don't know either. So, because I don't know for sure, I'm going to double down on it. That guy's a total simp.
Amen.
And,
yeah.
And, maybe you're right. Maybe I came out a little hot. I like to, if my name's going to be something else, I like to be Method.
Method?
Yeah.
Cool.
Like,
okay.
really, live in the reality of being a Brian, so that when it's time for the show to start, I'm really ready to do it.
Right.
But maybe I was being too hard on you, so continue with the show. Hi, I'm happy to be here. I'm Brian.
Glad you're here. And things are going so well that I've decided to charge for this podcast. I'm going to do $20 an episode. Something like that. And that's like payable after viewing. So it's like you can watch it, but then you're going to get a bill in the mail. Right? And that should go really well. That should go well with people.
I mean,
if they don't like that, they shouldn't watch and then get the bill afterwards.
It'll be nice that you'll be able to pay your guests with some of that. That's good.
No, not going to pay. No.
You got a lot of gall. I'm back to that.
Okay. Wow. We got sensitive guests here on Gall Pod, I guess. Yeah, everybody's really sensitive.
I'm not sensitive. Fuck you.
Oh, now we're talking. Let's move on to our favorite segment.
Oh.
Being super polite.
Woo.
Woo. Segment's over. So, thanks for watching. This has been Gallcast. Gallpod. You know what? No. Gallpad. Gallpad. Like Gallpad Thai. That's the new name for the...
Like what?
Gallpad Thai.
Oh. Okay.
That's the new name of this podcast.
Is that French pad thai?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it does. So good that the price is now increased to $25. Thanks for watching. Expect to be billed. Goodbye.
Wow, that was a confusing podcast.
A lot of gall.
They both had a lot of gall.
Yeah.
Almost unmitigated, the gall was.
It was dipping into unmitigated territory.
Yeah, it was still somewhat mitigated.
Here and there, but
the mitigation factor was quite low. Also, I was thinking of Gael, Gael, when I said Scottish.
Wow.
Or I think I said that. Maybe Brian said that.
Who the fuck is Brian?
He was one of the guests on that, and
yeah. All right. Well, that was fun.
Yeah, definitely. I would listen to more of it.
Should have some bucks rolling in too. Some bing bongs from all the people who watched.
Yeah, because that part, usually like the hosts of the podcast that you pitch in the LaEP Playa section of this podcast, usually that's unconnected to us and is kind of its own alternative reality. But in this case, people will be getting charged to watch this episode.
It's our prerogative. We can choose which one.
Yeah.
Either, yeah. Okay. Well.
Oh, and we can choose which one, and I'm going to choose the money.
Fuck yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It's done.
Great.
Think about it. We'll be right back. Back, segment 2, Metaphiles. LaCroix and the world. Zac, take it away.
We're going to be taking your calls all hour long. LaCroix. What? Huh?
LaCroix? Who's drinking this shit? Call in, I don't know.
We're here talking about the congressional hearings, and my big question for you out there in America is, huh?
That'd be funny, NPR morning traffic show. It's all like sound bites, but they're all like,
An orchestra tuning up.
Shakespeare quotes.
It's very backed up on the 501 right now. We're estimating it's probably going to take you about 2 hours to make it to work this morning. And here's Gregorian chants mixed with fart noises. I'm your host, Ira Booger Boy Glass.
And everybody's in their little Priuses going, oh, that's quite humorous. I hate traffic, but that is humorous.
I'll be blogging about this commute. Alright, Jay, you ready to learn about LaCroix? Because LaCroix is ready to be learned about by you.
Been learning about LaCroix my whole life.
Well, did you know that it's named after the St. Croix River, which borders most of western Wisconsin, and it's shared.
Reckon they must get the water for it from that river.
They get it one can at a time. Starting in February 1980, the G. Heilemann Brewing Company of La Crosse, Wisconsin, released LaCroix as one of the first anti-Perrier sparkling waters to appeal to customers who were put off by the snobbish positioning of Perrier's marketing.
I got some snobbish positioning for you right here.
What is it? Okay. LaCroix's marketing promoted it as an all-occasions beverage, not just for galas. So now everybody can have sparkling water whenever they want. Finally.
Yeah.
Finally, it's for the common people. And it
Sparkling
got really...
water at a baseball game? Where's the caviar?
And then one guy's like, I did bring caviar. Is that cool? I like it on my hot dog.
Hold on.
Caviar on a hot dog. What do you think? You ever had caviar?
No.
Oh.
We
Never mind.
ain't got too much. Oh, okay. Thanks.
It became very popular in the Midwest, and then by 1992 it was popular everywhere and was estimated to have a $25 million value. It was at this point that Heilemann Brewing sold it because they admitted to having a lack of experience outside of the beer market.
Huh.
They realized that LaCroix was not a brewski.
Mm-hmm. Well, it takes a big brewery to admit when they're wrong.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I love it when breweries admit they're wrong. It's one of my favorite things to have to think about.
Looking at you, Bud Light. But we don't want to get too political.
No, we're not going to take a stand on Kid Rock. Which, by the way, this is like such completely fucking old news. But
yeah.
But if somebody's watching this in the future, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, that was when that was happening."
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, it gets money.
It
Give
was.
it 5 or 10 years of money.
So they sell it to a company that was at the time called Winterbrook, which has since become known as the National Beverage Company, NBC. In 2002, NBC chose to rebrand the look of LaCroix and chose the appearance that was least favored by management but most popular with their target audience by a landslide. And that's the look that we know today, the look you can see right here, very much like that. And the management was so mad.
Good. Jesus.
Because they said, it should have dollar signs on it.
When I think of drinking, I think of money. What are the dollar signs? Nobody's going to buy it.
This doesn't make sense to me at all. It doesn't look like I'm rich.
They're just gonna see the can for free. They can just see it.
By 2015, or in 2015 rather, soda sales were at a 30-year low. People were not happy with sugar. And so
I'm very
NBC
happy with sugar.
NBC launched a social media campaign aimed at millennials. Sales exploded. It's established that LaCroix has a 30% market share with sparkling water, which is double any of its competitors starting around this time. And it gained a national cult following.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's all your history lesson
It
there.
started bubbling. Yeah. Okay.
Here's all the flavors.
Let's hear it.
You've said a lot of them already. 2004, we get pure, we get lemon, we get lime, we get cran raspberry, we get orange,
I love cran raspberry.
we get regular berry. 2008, pamplemousse time. Ching, 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 ching. 2011, coconut. You couldn't.
Yeah, I've never tried it, never will.
No.
Stupid flavor for a drink.
12, peach, pear. 2014, apricot, mango, passion fruit. They also begin their curate line, which contains cerise limon, pambaya, and piña fraise. They also begin the Nicola line in 2014, which has Ayacola, which I think is a pun.
I don't know.
Cubana, since discontinued, and Cafe Cola, since discontinued. No new flavors for a while, except the Nicola puts out Coconut Cola, Cubana Mojito, and Coffea Exotica, which is Sumatra coffee and cola flavored.
They're just throwing shit on the wall.
At this point, yes.
They were just crapping open cans and seeing what fizzed.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Beautiful. That's
Thank you.
beautiful.
Thank you.
And here's one of the things they thought would fizz in 2020, along with limoncello and pastèque, which is watermelon. They released Hibiscus. Get out of here. Come on, LaCroix. I'm not trying to laugh. 2021, they released Beach Plum, one of your favorites.
Please don't say that on our podcast.
What?
I'm not trying to laugh.
I'm not trying to laugh at how funny LaCroix is being. How am I supposed to drink it if I'm too busy laughing? I'll choke. Every time I look at that can, it says Hibiscus. I would go,
Kind of hot.
Guava Sao Paulo comes out. Your favorite comes out in 2021, Black Raspberry.
It took that long?
It took that long.
Wow.
You've only been enjoying that flavor for 3 years.
Well, I only started drinking LaCroix really. My poifgoif. My girlfriend. Former alumni. Current alumni of this podcast. Introduced me more or less to LaCroix. Before that, I never bought it myself. I never tried it, but she had some and I was like this. And it was really good. So,
Yeah.
anyways,
So you're
about a year ago. So I waited until the best flavor came out.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You waited to get together with your goif until LaCroix had released the poif flavor.
Flavoif. Yeah, you're right.
Well, and they really have not done much since then, except for in 2022 they tried out Cherry Blossom. Now, we are gonna...
What was that fucking root beer that you had? Remember, it was the episode where I had to like feel a bunch of things while blindfolded,
Yes.
and it was some type of root beer.
Yeah. I don't remember, though.
That was cool.
Go back and check that out, but I don't remember.
Go find it.
So we just have to talk about it. The CAO of LaCroix, Nick Caparella, has had sexual harassment claims filed against him.
Just drink a LaCroix. Don't
Yeah.
Sexually harass people.
And his name for the rest of the time is Nick, not Nick Caparella, but Nick Creepy Soda. So Nick Creepy Soda did some inappropriate touching to his employees, and in 2016, 2 of them filed court orders against him. One was settled out of court in 2018. The other remains pending. Also in October of 2018, a class action lawsuit was filed against LaCroix by Chicago law firm Beaumont Costales. Beaumont Costales said, "Your ingredients are not all natural. You're full of shit. Your Brandon claims that you don't use synthetic ingredients, but you use ethyl botonate, limonene, and linalool in it. Ethyl botonate.
I think my mother-in-law puts that in her cherry pie.
It's an ester with chemical formula, and it's not natural. And limonene is a colorless liquid aliphatic hydrocarbon classified as a cyclic monoterpene.
I know.
And that's not natural. And linalool, it refers to 2 enantiomers of a naturally occurring terpene alcohol. And that's not natural either. But LaCroix said, no, we don't use those things. It's all natural. And the lawsuit was dropped. Then, a year later, another lawsuit was filed by New York's Unfair and Deceptive Trade Practices Act, and this was based on an isotope analysis and gas chromatography mass spectrometry
Yeah.
an isotope analysis and gas chromatography mass spectrometry tests. And these were conducted by the Center for Applied Isotope Studies at the University of Georgia, for God's sake.
Wow.
That lawsuit was voluntarily dropped in September of 2020.
Wow.
Okay.
People at LaCroix are just like, I don't know what any of this means. We
don't use gas chromatography. Here's some reviews.
Oh, it's an email from the Center for Isotope, like spam.
So that's what, science and the law has to tell us, but let's go to the people. Here's some reviews from people who've drank LaCroix or who bought it and reviewed it online. 5 stars, says somebody. This is good sparkling water. There's just enough flavor to enjoy this brand, though there should be more flavor than than what is in it, they say.
False.
But 5 stars still.
Shitty opinion. They're wrong.
Well, that's a 5 star. Then I decided I wanted some 1 stars just to be balanced.
Sure.
So Natalie, she gave it 1 out of 5. She said it tastes like it was packaged with fish oil in the water. I love LaCroix, she says. I love it. I've enjoyed every flavor. But suddenly I got a pack of watermelon that reeks of fish. 1 sip and I feel as if the oil tuna fish is packed in has slicked over my lips. It might be that I have had a taste bud failure. I would recommend a single can purchase before you invest in a larger amount. Flavor? Pastèque. Michelle gives it 1 out of 5. Beware if ordering cans that are heavy. Product arrived, damaged box that shipped in was open and taped shut again. There's a lot of these, actually. I meant to delete that one. There's a lot of these where the people were not mad at LaCroix. They were just mad at that the package got poorly delivered. And, we know...
That's Jeff.
Yeah, and we know what it's like to have to deliver for Jeff. Our friend Michael couldn't pee.
That's right.
That was for pamplemousse flavor. Renee gave it 1 out of 5 stars. She said, no flavor, no sugar, no sweetness. I'm sorry, but I didn't like this at all. It tastes like club soda with a small dash of lemon. And I mean small. It's not what I expected. If you're looking for carbonated soda with no flavor, no sugar, no sweetness at all, you'll love this.
Renee, you bitch.
Renee, maybe that is what some people are looking for. Not me.
She's
but
fine. She's cool.
Flavor?
She was misinformed about what she was buying. As simple as that.
Flavor?
Once again.
Limoncello. Once
Oh.
again, go ahead, please.
Well, it's not LaCroix's fault. She just was misguided.
Well, she said if you're looking for carbonated soda with no flavor, no sugar, no sweetness, you'll love it.
Yeah. She didn't know that she was buying that.
Yeah, she admitted
She thought
it.
she was buying some soda.
Right. Honey Feeny gave it 1 out of 5 stars. Lackluster flavor. Big disappointment. Perrier is worth the price, I guess, says Honey Feeny.
Oh.
Flavor, tangerine. Erica gave it 1 out of 5 stars.
Flavor, tangerine.
Erica gave it 1 out of 5 stars. Flat. Where are the bubbles?
It's just water.
Flat. Where are the bubbles? Carbonated? I think not. Return.
I'd leave a bad review if my LaCroix I bought. Okay, hold on. Feel free to ring the bell. But I was almost gonna say that I got some LaCroix. If I got some LaCroix that was flat, I'd send it back.
Yeah.
You know, obviously.
Yeah.
But what I meant with if I got some, I've been in this mind space lately that's just been rocking my world. Wow. Yeah. So hear me out.
Okay, we're gonna enter Jay's mind space. So put your seatbelt on because you're gonna get rocked.
Come on in. Here we go. Don't touch anything. LaCroix needs to have a delivery service, $40 or $50 a month, and they drop off a 12-pack at your house
Once a month.
every week. You get a 12-pack. And I mean, we're talking like a delivery truck for multiple subscribers, because you pair up with a Kroger. You say, hey, order extra, or we're going to send you extra, and our truck is going to come and we're going to pay you this amount to just keep it in your storehouse, your freezer or fridge or whatever the fuck, and we just got this truck is going to come up, pick it up, send it over to these people that are subscribing for $40 to $50 a month to have a 12-pack of LaCroix
Every week?
to the house every week. Yes.
How much does a 12-pack of LaCroix cost?
It's like $7 or $8.
Okay, so you times that by 4, you're saving about half by the end of it. And it's to your door.
Obviously, the price
And it
point
won't
is
be flat.
important. Yeah, it'll get delivered to you. Because I mean, I drink the shit like fucking water.
Well,
It is water.
kinda.
So
Well,
I would pay that.
Jay, I think this is a great idea, and I would say you should go to Nick Creepy Soda with it, but I don't know if he deserves it. And I'm not trying to get the law involved.
Okay.
Erica said all that stuff. Her flavor was limoncello. Katie gave it 1 out of 5 stars. She said, this tastes like liquefied chapstick. Yuck. Flavor, limoncello.
Interesting.
P. Mac.
I think she should lay off the chapstick.
She might have just had a bunch of chapstick on. Took a drink.
McDonald's is terrible. It tastes like chapstick.
P. Mac. 1 out of 5 stars. Tastes terrible. I wouldn't water my plants with this swill.
Whoa.
Jay,
You
flavor?
should be the next guest on the Gall pod.
Yeah, you should. Flavor? Black raspberry.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
He thinks it's swill. Not fit for plant water.
I respect his opinion.
So now we're going to get fair and balanced. Now we're going to go 3-star reviews.
I guess.
Who's right in the middle? Lisa said, they shipped quickly and on time. Good price. Flavor was awful, unfortunately.
She's getting shit shipped to her? She shipped shit to her?
Yeah, and she thought that part was fine.
What?
It was the flavor that was the problem for her. Flavor, limoncello. So that one seems like not good. And then last one, Simon Thornton gave it 3 stars. The title of his review is Meh, which is what you'd hope a 3-star review would start with.
Nah, fucking Zoomers.
Meh. He said, I heard about the limited time cherry blossom flavor and was super excited as I love floral flavors. But this one gets a big old meh from me. I was expecting something similar to orange blossom water mixed with club soda, but the flavor is so light in this that I can't even taste it. It really tastes like plain sparkling water, which is good, but not what I was looking for. I give it 3 stars because the package is pretty, and it is drinkable. I would much rather have it so light I can't taste it than so heavy it tastes like soap, which is what he was complaining about. But this product is fun as a novelty or for a themed party, maybe. But as cherry blossom flavored water, it falls short for me.
It's like the one thing he did all week.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
Well, in between getting ready for all the really fun themed parties that he's hosting, which I can't wait to go to one. Flavored cherry blossom, obviously. So then, of course, you want to know what's going on.
Just effort posting, that's all.
He what?
You just effort posting.
That's a new term for me. I want to hear more about it in a minute.
That's what it is. Proceed, I'm sorry.
No, but, so those are bad reviews. Obviously, most people love LaCroix so much, and I wonder, do people have it other places? And yes, they do. They have it other places. But we're really only going to hear about one of those, which is a guy on Reddit who has since deleted his account, said, seriously, they need to sell LaCroix officially in Europe. After 2 weeks of waiting for my order from a local website selling American grocery items, I finally got to taste my very first can of LaCroix in my entire life. And OMFG, every single one of them is just unbelievably good. I mean, there is flavored sparkling water here, but to be quite honest, they suck. And that's why I wanted to try out LaCroix in the first place. Oh boy, at this rate, I'm going to be so broke. It costs around $2 a pop here. Yikes. And somebody responded to that and said, so the owner of the company that sells LaCroix is a total weirdo, which we've already learned some about that. But this person adds, he views it as some sort of religious crusade to end sugary drinks in America and has no plans of spreading to other countries ever. It's really unfortunate. So I wanted to investigate that further. And, I brought up all of everything that we've learned. And this is a nice segment where we get to tie it all together, actually.
Let's go. I'm ready.
I have here a full statement from Nick Creepy Soda that he made to investors in 2019 after those court cases were going on and they saw a 16% dip in sales.
He said, time to talk to the boys.
That's right. So this was Nick Creepy Soda's statement to the investors. We are truly sorry for the results stated above. Negligence nor mismanagement nor woeful acts of God were not the reasons. Much of this was the result of injustice. Managing a brand is not so different from caring for someone who becomes handicapped.
Here we fucking go.
Brands do not see or hear, so they are at the mercy of their owners or care providers who must preserve the dignity and special character that the brand exemplifies. It is important that LaCroix's true character is not devalued intentionally in any way. National Beverage Corp is and will remain the preeminent innovator that adds zest and authenticity to the sparkling water phenomenon in North America. Additionally, gross margins were impacted by volume declines. Comparisons were further skewed by the adoption of the new tax act in the third quarter of the prior year, which include credit and rate, blah, 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 blah. Nothing herein mentioned has detracted from the ultimate value and future of our dynamic company. There's no greater passion than the kind that creates the wonderful refreshment and contentment described as unique. No doubt the sound and personality of the word LaCroix, coupled with the awesome experience of its essence and taste, is unique.
So true.
One can be induced to purchase by cheapening price or giving away a product, but falling in love with a feeling of joy is the result of contentment. Just ask any LaCroix consumer, would you trade away that la-la feeling? No way, they shout. We just love our LaCroix. I am positive they respond this way each and every time.
Wow. So true. Oh. He's right.
Lord. I need a LaCroix after that.
That's, I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty great.
I mean, if I was an investor...
It's batshit insane, but
Yes.
it's fucking great.
Yeah.
I'll take that over the fucking insulting bullshit that you hear from every other fucking... I don't know.
My favorite thing is the last line. I just want to read it one more time. He
Please.
says, just ask any LaCroix consumer, would you trade away that la feeling? No way, they shout. We just love our LaCroix. I am positive they respond this way each and every time. That's like something I would have written if I was trying to write that.
Well,
for a
why don't you
joke.
ask me that question? Because I'm a LaCroix
Oh,
consumer.
I'll ask you. Yeah, I'll ask you. Would you trade away that la feeling?
We'll be right back. All right, we're back. Okay, fine. We're back.
Sure. Okay.
It's segment... Yes, it's segment 3. It's
Yeah. It's segment 3. Yeah.
why LaCroix. Okay? Why LaCroix.
Why LaCroix? We're about 20 minutes away from me trying a black raspberry LaCroix for the first time ever in my life.
Let's start the countdown.
It's begun. It's happening. The countdown is happening now. Maybe I will swig this, forgive me. Maybe I will swig on this black raspberry and I will be like the European person who said, OMFG, to be quite honest, I'm going to go break drinking all these because I love them so much. Or maybe I will be like the person who said I wouldn't even pour it in dirt.
A simple, I don't like it, would have sufficed for
Yeah.
that person. Just
Well,
like a simple, like, not my favorite.
but then that person would have been Simon Thornton, who said meh,
Yeah.
and hosts great parties. What's a theme party you would host? You host it. You have to do all the shit for it.
A normal party, like I come here and you get what's here party. So that I didn't have to fucking. Now, let me think now.
The theme is normal.
Yeah, the theme is no theme here. That's the theme. Too much work.
Don't come in with any pre-existing themes.
Lazy guy hosting party would be the theme.
Lazy guy hosting party for lazy people to attend.
That'd be a good party.
Show up lazy. Pretty good. I would go to it.
Yeah. I mean, the immediate thing that comes to mind is Star Trek, the original series, but not enough of my friends, and I would even venture to say none of them give a shit about Star Trek.
There's a couple I could name right off the bat who do care about Star Trek.
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
who?
I'll tell you off mic. I don't want to, I don't want to blow up their spot. But also, I would say there's many people that are mutual friends of ours who are going to just be game for a theme party no matter what it is. We got a lot of yes Andy friends.
You're absolutely right.
But why LaCroix? And I'm going to even ask the question a little deeper. Jay, you're on the hot seat this segment.
Okay.
Because I'm going to ask, why don't you just drink a glass of fucking water?
I drink glasses of water.
No, you know you do, but why LaCroix?
The carbonation. For me, it makes it pretty refreshing when it's nice and cold and carbonated. And again, I get a good chug going. Okay?
It's a
That's
chug.
a part of it. Yeah.
It's
the right mouthfeel. Okay?
We once created the gradation sip, swig, glug, chug. And you're saying sip is out for LaCroix. Swig, moving into glug, or perhaps full glug, is the way Because you did also say you were going to give me a lesson in how to drink a LaCroix. And you're saying
For a fee.
go glug.
Yeah.
Of what?
Like sipping a LaCroix just doesn't doesn't quench the thirst.
Yeah. But, and you don't want to chug.
You gotta chug LaCroix. It's
No.
gotta be cold, carbonated,
And chugged.
and chug.
The 3 C's.
3 Z's. Yeah.
And if you do that, you won't be a sweaty C word, which we said a few times earlier.
Yeah.
Like Sylvester
YouTube-
Stallone is.
Well, it's a YouTube rule. You can't say the C word more than 4 times in an episode.
Right. Otherwise, it's rated R.
Yeah. Also, like, for example, picture eating a bag of potato chips with straight water from your fucking tap. Or a Brita or whatever. And a LaCroix, which is carbonated. Okay. That didn't go how I thought it would.
Didn't like it.
Yeah, that was...
I didn't like it.
End simulation.
Okay.
End simulation computer.
Whoa.
Bring him back. Bring him back. Are you okay?
It went bad in there, Jay.
You're okay.
Drink some of this.
My point being that, like, there's certain foods, a carbonated beverage really helps them out. Like
Yes.
fatty foods, the carbonation kind of cuts through it and, like, refreshes your mouth.
Absolutely.
That's another side of it as well. You know, I mean, it's so subjective.
Mm-hmm.
Why any drink? Because it's an option in this life that you can choose
Yeah.
based on exploring it and finding out what you like. Orange juice. Whoa. And then you can drink and you're like, I fucking love this. So, I mean, that's why, man.
Yeah. And you know what?
It's not really an actual answer, but...
No, I disagree. I was coming out like, hey, okay, I'm going to be Mr. I Hate LaCroix in segment 3.
Maybe you kind of shepherded me into this mindset here of, like, you know, pushing back on that. Because you've been coming out pretty strong about the LaCroix hate.
But I found your answer to be insightful
Exactly. Okay.
and frankly accurate. And I'm going to soften my position on LaCroix.
Okay.
You're right. Why not have variety? You're right. Why not have a bubbly thing that's not sugary or beer?
Why not?
You're right. That orange juice is different than water. You're right about all these things. Do I like LaCroix because of everything you said? No. But do I think LaCroix is bad? We'll find out when we judge it. But why LaCroix? Because why not?
Why not?
Other than the things that we're not going to get into on a comedy podcast, which is like the just general wastefulness of all of life that is in a place where things are going fine.
I would give a lot of things away for...
That was for me. That was for me. You'd give a lot of things away.
For the bubbles.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to name things. And
I'll give away other parts of society.
Would you give away that la feeling?
No way, man. You talking to the wrong guy. I'm sorry.
All right. Let's go with here. I'm going to try and make you give things away, and you can keep LaCroix. You have to give away Star Trek. You can remember all the episodes you watch, but you can't ever watch a new one. But you can drink LaCroix for the rest of your life.
That doesn't work. Because all the good Star Trek is already out. I've seen all of it.
Uh-huh. But you can't revisit. Except in your mind palace.
Yeah, you're right. Give me a second.
Okay.
It's a good episode. I would keep Star Trek.
Yeah. I decided to start with a very hard one.
I was just
'Cause
making
I am
a point.
still-
I was just trying to make a point.
Yeah. And I guess I was too. I don't really know what it was.
Where does LaCroix go?
Yeah, let's get to the stuff because everybody just is like, when's he gonna drink it? So
Drink it. Pinewood for me.
yeah, you're putting him in Pinewood. You love him very much. The deepest realm that we have thus discovered on Metaphiles, where we can send a concept, is the trap drawer. LaCroix certainly does not go there. I wouldn't want to take it away from you.
Thank you.
The realm of the parade purgatory, where things go that one or either of us just doesn't really care about one way or another. If I'm sitting at a parade being like, this is, I guess, fine, and somebody throws into my hand a can of LaCroix, nothing about my situation has now changed.
Thanks.
You're like, okay, I guess I'm watching this. I don't really care about it, and I guess I'll drink this. I don't really care about it. LaCroix is the
That's
most
fine.
parade purgatory thing for me since parades themselves.
Yeah. Sure. That's perfectly reasonable.
What's their villain, though?
Tap, like real water.
Yeah. And, spoiler alert, I know it's not last episode, but spoiler alert, real water's gonna win. And I'm not sure that, each villain is the hero of their own story. I'm not sure LaCroix is the hero. I think LaCroix might actually be the villain and Water's the hero.
I think we should get a group of people together to some degree and feed them regular water and LaCroix and let them tell us who's fucking right. How about that?
Would a LaCroix balloon fight be more fun? Because the fizz hits you and you feel it kind of bubbling on your skin?
It'd be fizzy.
It'd be fizzy.
That sounds good.
Would it be sticky?
I don't think so, actually. I really don't think so.
Okay. Well, when we get all those people together, we should do that too. Because,
Yeah.
they're going to be there doing a lot of hard work. We should give them something fun too.
Oh, it's my LaCroix waterbed. Sit on it. Try it out.
Okay, so what's the lesson of this episode, Jay? Is it that I too can learn? It's not. We learn every damn week on this episode.
This whole podcast is about learning, first and foremost.
Yeah. Speaking of which, sorry. I have to finish scratching my eye. I know why my eye gets so itchy on the podcast. Something about knowing that the American public is looking at me. I was buying my LaCroix today,
The piggies?
and I saw this. It's called a Melody Pop, and the case that it came in said that you can play real music when you open this. So we're gonna try it out. I forgot I had it. I was gonna do this at the beginning of this episode, but I forgot. So we're gonna open this up.
That's gonna fuck up your taste buds for the LaCroix.
I'm not even in this for the taste. This is not a review of whether it tastes good or not. This is a review of if I can play real music on it. But also, if LaCroix is so good, then nothing could fuck up my taste buds for it. So here we go. What song do you want to hear? Because I can play real music on it, it said. Give me one that I can do, though.
Let's do Pillow Time from Metallica.
That was it. It works.
Yeah.
Great news, everybody. It works.
I'm glad it works.
So, everybody, if you want to get a melody pop, they really do work. You can play real music on it. What's the lesson of the episode?
The lesson: believe in your product. If you're the CEO, believe in your product. That's the lesson.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, believe in it so much that you won't let European people even have it.
Yeah. European people should be denied as much things as possible.
Europeans.
That's the lesson, though. A rare
lesson is
episode
that
where we have a lesson for CEOs out there.
Yeah.
And we can tell them a thing or two.
Yeah, we did a whole episode pretty much about Jeff Bezos, and we didn't try and give him any lessons.
No, we just talk shit about him.
Yeah, but this one applies to him as well. Really believe in it, Jeff. Okay, what's the twist, baby? We gotta have one. I need it so bad. The twist, this is not the twist. I meant to grab 2 of these because I did want to try. I had mentioned on a previous episode that I wondered if shaking up a can of LaCroix would make it be flat. I meant to grab 2 of these so I could try that, but I forgot. So we won't find that out. The twist is, I got it. All water is actually bubbles, or is carbonated. Like if you look at a river, there's all kinds of carbonation going on there. Regular water that you get in a plastic bottle that doesn't have any bubbles in it, that's wrong. Water is moving around all the time and there's so much bubbles in it. You've ever been in the ocean? It's full of bubbles. So actually sparkling water is real water. Okay.
What did I have? I had one.
Don't taste bad.
Can't
Don't taste half bad neither. That was smoke on the water.
Thank you.
Everybody could tell I didn't have to say it.
I can't remember my twist.
You want to hear a song?
No, it's time for you to try the LaCroix.
No, we need a twist. We need a twist.
Oh, I remember. Kid Rock started LaCroix. That's a twist. It's his company.
Great one. That's why he was so mad at Bud Light, really.
Yeah.
He didn't care about any of the politics.
LaCroix. Oh, you know LaCroix owned by Kid Rock, right?
Yeah.
That's a twist.
Bow with the bow, pamplemousse.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just...
Bow with the bow. Phonetically, that is the title.
What did I do?
You did that.
Oh.
I was just pointing out that that's the actual... Anyways...
I thought I was being accused of not being phonetic. Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry. All right, here we go, folks. It's the end of the episode.
Come on, man.
I'm going to try my first ever black raspberry LaCroix.
Hey, listen, kick it back
Kick it back.
Give it some good swigs, man.
Really give it a good
Yeah.
glug.
Yeah.
I'm not swigging and I'm not chugging. I'm glugging. Okay.
Ooh, let's put that one. Thoughts, concerns?
It's okay.
Well, this is part of the podcast sign off that I say.
Yeah. Right, podcast sign off. Hello there. It's almost the end of the show, but not quite. I'm Zach Caffrey,
I'm Jason Ford.
and you just watched the episode of Metaphiles that you watched, and now you're seeing this, and it's the part where we say, it's like us, subscribe to us, comment about it,
Get on our shit.
get on it, build a little community with us. You're all a part of it. It's a nice little world we have here.
It's just a big ball of liking and subscribing and comments.
And it's wonderful to do. And you like doing it. You do.
You do.
You do.
Yeah, you do.
And this week, why not make a comment about bye.
Bye-bye.
Metaphiles.